Hello everyone, I'm Francisco, the product leader of the Smart Orchestrator. I'm going to show you everything from its architecture to the necessary steps for proper usage. Let's go. The Smart Orchestrator is responsible for intelligently or manually choosing which Kubernetes cluster to instantiate an enabler. These enablers can be defined as virtualized services that enable specific functions, and they are defined using Helm charts. Helm is a tool that allows the installation of repeatable applications through the use of manifests. In the Smart Orchestrator, the main components are the API, the OSM software, and the scheduler. All available documentation can be found on our GitLab. The documentation includes instructions on how to install a Kubernetes cluster and the Smart Orchestrator components, all using automated scripts. These scripts include 5 components: Kubernetes as the orchestrator for virtualized services, a CNI for managing cluster networking and security, the OSM orchestrator, the API with the scheduler, and the PUD enabler, which essentially functions as a Prometheus. This is the script. All API calls are documented in a Postman collection, divided into 4 groups: K8 clusters, repositories, enablers, and login. It's important to note that authorization to access different routes is not granted without the use of tokens. We already have clusters added as examples to showcase this. The Smart Orchestrator graphical user interface allows for the intuitive and easy management of the 4 groups mentioned earlier. Let's see how to add Kubernetes clusters. The most important thing is that the kubeconfig file must have all fields with the same name as the name field, which in this case will be edge. When adding a cluster mesh is also established between the existing clusters. This means they are interconnected, allowing them to function as one entity. This addition brings new capabilities to the Smart Orchestrator. The second step is to add the enablers repository, which is a repository containing all installable applications. It's as simple as specifying the URL of this public repository and adding it. Finally, an enabler is added, this time manually. The essential information to input can be summarized as the name, the repository, the enabler to be installed along with its version, and the cluster where it should be added. Once installed, the operational status changes to running. You can verify its installation by running kubectl getpod in the selected cluster, connecting via SSH. To remove the enabler, you should first stop it, and then in the second step, you have the option to choose whether to delete or keep the persistent data, which allows you to reuse it in the future if the same enabler is installed. In this case, an enabler is added with the option to select the cluster for automatic placement, using one of the three policies. Worst fit installs the enabler where there is most available space. Best fit installs the enabler where there is a balance between space and the required resources for proper functionality. And traffic most installs the enabler where there is the highest network traffic. The selected cluster in this case is Edge. Some of the additional features offered by Smart Orchestrator include Cilium Auto Cluster Mesh, as mentioned earlier, the ability to make service-to-service calls by name between different clusters and network policies. Thank you for watching this video.